Hi there, my name is Jeff Long, and I encourage you to stop what you're doing, shift your full energy and attention to the information in this video, because this never before seen or heard of information could quite possibly alter the entire direction of your life in a majorly positive way if you allow it to. So thank you for giving me some of your valuable time, and let's get started. Why are we calling this the smartest investment ever? Reason number one, it's a very low financial commitment. There's only a minimum of $100 that's required to participate in this opportunity. If you don't have $100 right now, I would still very much encourage you to watch the full presentation, because we'll show you how to earn the $100 plus potentially a whole lot more, simply inviting others to watch this same video. And you don't have to spend a dime with us to share this offer with others and earn commissions. Reason number two is because this is very, very low risk. Now, legally, I can't tell you there's zero risk with this. However, once you understand how it all works, you can come to your own logical conclusion and calculate what you think your risk is. Just note, we believe we've set this up in a way that mitigates your risk almost entirely. And reason number three, there's a very short time frame to see returns here. You will double your money in 120 days guaranteed. Now, we can legally make this guarantee, and you'll see why here in just a few moments, so keep watching. Now, this has nothing to do with cryptocurrency trading or investing, Forex, stocks, real estate, MLM, or any other traditional investment method you may be thinking this is. So with all of that said, let me give you a 30,000-foot view of this opportunity. These are just quick bullet points of what this is all about. The first thing you need to understand is that over the past 12 months, we have established and solidified some incredibly valuable and powerful relationships in the financial services industry. Our partners have done over $250 million in funding. They're an 8-year-old and very successful financial services company. And these relationships allow us access to virtually an unlimited amount of personal and business funding. And because there's power in who you know, we can get basically anyone funded and do it fairly quickly, no matter what their credit score is. Now, if someone has a credit score under 720, which over 200 million Americans currently do, we will get their credit restored to at least a 720, and we will do it with zero out-of-pocket cost to them. Now you're saying, wait, what? How is no out-of-pocket cost even possible to offer? This can't be real. Well, it is, so let me explain. We have millions of dollars reserved from hard money lenders specifically for the purpose of paying for others to get their credit restored. Hard money lenders are lining up at our door right now simply because they can double their money in as little as 60 to 90 days with our unique system. So by getting the client to a 720 credit score, we can then help them attain upwards of $150,000 in personal funding through our unique funding system. The client then pays back the hard money lender double what they paid to restore their credit out of the funds we help them obtain. So let's say, for example, it's going to cost $2,500 for John's credit to get restored to at least a 720. The hard money lender pays the $2,500 for John, and then when John receives his $150,000 loan, he pays the hard money lender back $5,000. So that's how our hard money lenders are doubling their money within 60 to 90 days. All right, so let me explain why our clients will want to do this and why they're doing it right now. The first thing is it gets them a 720 credit score without it costing them anything out of pocket. We then plug them into our unique funding system where they are not responsible for servicing the debt out of pocket, and then we help them leverage the loan they received to create passive residual income upwards of $100,000 or more per year. Their credit remains protected and no more bad debt is created for them. So there's a little bit more to this, and you're welcome to learn all about that side of our business at any time by clicking the button you see here on this page that says Financial Broker and watching our 1-hour presentation. But what you need to understand about this process is that our hard money lenders are doubling their money within 60 to 90 days, because that's how long it takes for our clients to get funded. And they're doing this leveraging our unique money multiplier system and helping others restore their credit. So if someone, for example, gave our financial partners $100,000 to help others get their credit restored, they would receive back $200,000 within 60 to 90 days. Now that would be a $100,000 profit in just a few short months. Not bad, right? And you can do this over and over again. All right, well, this is where things get very fun and very interesting, and is the reason that you're watching this presentation. Enter in corporate funding. Our financial partners can also get virtually anyone upwards of $350,000 to $500,000 in corporate funding. And all they need is $20,000 and 120 days to get it done. How fantastic is that? Now, this is not something that just anyone can get done. You can't just Google how to do this yourself, find someone to pay $20,000 to or whatever, and receive $500,000 on the back end. It doesn't work that way. If it did, obviously everyone would be doing this. So it takes the right relationships, the right contacts, and the right knowledge to be able to accomplish all of this. And we have all of that ready for you to plug into right now. And so this is where you come in. See, we are leveraging the very popular and proven method of crowdfunding in order to raise the $20,000 to pay our financial partners, who in turn will create this corporation for us. So in order to meet our goals, we're making 200 positions available at $100 per position per corporation we create. So essentially, we're asking all of you to help us fund the $20,000 fee to create our next corporation by loaning us a minimum of $100 to help us reach our goal of $20,000 for this campaign. Now, here's the best part. We'll pay you back double what you loaned us in 120 days, guaranteed. So for each $100 you loan us, you will receive $200 back in 120 days, guaranteed. And once again, I'll explain that guarantee to you shortly. Now, even more than this, you will also own a percentage of the company we create, depending on how many positions you secure by loaning us $100 for each position. Again, we are opening up 200 positions in this crowdfunding campaign, and you may fill as many positions as you are willing and able to secure based on your loan amount today. So let me just take a minute and explain our guarantee to you. So our 120-day guarantee is based on our financial partners being able to obtain that $350,000 to $500,000 in funding for our new corporation. Now, what you need to understand about this is very, very important. Our financial partners have a 100% success rate as of the date and time of this video in getting corporations funded. Now, obviously, anything can happen. However, a 100% success rate should speak volumes as to your level of risk with this opportunity and why we are very confident in making this guarantee to you. See, we can legally offer this guarantee because we are paying back a loan with interest, not paying dividends on a traditional investment. Anyone can guarantee anyone else that they will pay back a loan and set the terms accordingly. And this is all we're doing. So what happens when the $20,000 has been raised? Once all 200 positions have been filled, we will then pay our financial partners to create the corporation. Over the course of 120 days, which is 4 months, our financial partners will build up and create a positive credit history for each new corporation we create by establishing trade lines and doing whatever it is they do to make that new corporation a candidate to receive the corporate funding. After all, this is what we are paying them the $20,000 to do. So after we obtain corporate funding of $350,000 to $500,000, we pay back double what each of our partners who participated in the crowdfunding campaign to get that corporation funded loaned us. So with this, all of our partners are now in profit within 120 days. That's pretty great, but it gets even better. So for every $100 you choose to loan us to fund this campaign, we are going to give you an incredible gift. So as if doubling your money in 120 days wasn't enough, we are actually going to share a percentage of the profits generated by the new corporation you helped us create and receive funding for. Now understand, this is a bonus and a gift on top of us paying you back double your loan amount in 120 days. You are not purchasing shares, nor do you have to accept your shares if you don't want to. So here's how this is going to work. Each $100 loan you do will give you a percentage of the corporation we are creating. For each $100 loan, you will legally own 1 share of the new corporation. And 1 share equals 0.2% of the annual net profit that corporation generates. Now, 0.2% in your mind may not seem like that much, but let me just explain to you that if the corporation which you own 0.2% of does just $1 million in net profit in its first year, your measly but appreciated little $100 loan would be worth over $2,500 by the end of year one and over $34,000 by the end of year two. I encourage you to watch our financial model and projections video for a deeper understanding of how these amounts are being determined, but I can promise you these numbers are not hyped and they are more than possible and doable. But let me just tell you really quick how we plan to get each investment company producing a minimum of $1 million annually so that your shares actually are incredibly valuable. Remember how I told you that if we gave $100,000 to our financial partners, we could double that in 60 to 90 days by helping others get their credit restored and sending them through our unique funding system? Well, that's exactly what we are going to do with a portion of the money we receive through funding. So we are going to become the hard money lenders that assist others in getting their credit restored. The new investment company that we will own together will invest a portion of the money we receive through funding to help others restore their credit. And when we receive double our money in 60 to 90 days, like all of our other hard money lenders are doing right now, we are sharing those profits with all of the partners of that corporation. Now, what's cool about this is we will also be leveraging the funds received for each corporation to invest in real estate projects, other businesses, and other passive investment vehicles. And you get to share in the profits generated from each income source of that corporation. This is incredibly, incredibly powerful. So here's a summary of how all this works. With the $20,000 you are helping us raise through this crowdfunding campaign, we are going to get a new corporation created and become eligible to receive the $350,000 to $500,000 loan within 120 days. Once our corporation receives the funding in 120 days, all of our partners who contributed to the crowdfunding campaign for that corporation will receive double their initial loan amount. So if you loan us $100, you're going to get one share and you're going to receive $200 back in 120 days. If you loan us $1,000, you're going to receive 10 shares and $2,000 back in 120 days. And $10,000 will get you 100 shares and $20,000 back in 120 days. The point being here is that you are in profit in 120 days, and then you own those shares that are going to continue to pay you year after year. So as a reminder, with each $100 you lend us, you will legally own one share of the corporation you helped fund, which equals 0.2% of the annual net revenue of that corporation. All right, once we receive the $500,000 on the back end, let me tell you how it's going to be distributed. $150,000, which is 30%, is going to be paid to our financial partners as a consulting fee for helping us get the funding. $40,000 is paid back to our partners, which is double the $20,000 amount they loaned us. We will put away $100,000 to service the debt on the loan while our money is going to work for us within our passive income vehicles. And then the remaining $210,000 is then invested into these passive income vehicles, such as the money multiplier system, helping people get their credit restored. Plus, we're going to pay to create and fund another corporation, which the new corporation that we just formed and its partners, you, will own and profit from that new corporation as well. So let me explain that to you, and we call this our corporate stacking system. Every corporation that is created and owned by the main corporation you helped fund, you also earn from. So when we create Corporation B from the funding we received from Corporation A will own Corporation B. Since you own shares in Corporation A and Corporation A owns Corporation B, you are earning from the profits of Corporation A and B. We will then create Corporation C from the funding we received from Corporation B, and Corporation A will also own Corporation C. So now Corporation B and C are feeding the profits of Corporation A, which you are, of course, receiving a portion of. How powerful is that? To understand this a little bit more, again, watch our financial projections and model video that my business partner, George, will walk you through all of this and explain to you how this corporate stacking program works and why it's pretty much guaranteed to create at least $1 million a year. It's first year for each corporation that we are creating. It's incredibly powerful and incredibly brilliant. Remember though, every time we receive $500,000 in funding, we're taking around $200,000 and investing that into passive income vehicles, which we can double our investment in within 60 to 90 days. So every time Corporation A, B, C, or D doubles their investment amounts within our chosen passive income vehicles, Corporation A is getting paid, and therefore so are you. Pretty incredible, right? So why do you want to become a funding partner? Well, you're going to receive back double what you loan to us in 120 days, and you've got our guarantee on that. You can then watch your loan amount grow over 25 times in 1 year and over 340 times at the end of year 2. These are incredible ROIs. And there's very little to no risk, which I've already explained. But you need to understand that even if the investment company makes zero profit for whatever reason, which I can't imagine that happening, you will still receive double your initial loan amount back in 4 months. Whatever the company earns in net profit each year is just bonus, passive income that you did absolutely nothing to earn and is 100% pure profit after only 4 months. The other thing that you need to understand about this, and I didn't write this in the presentation, is that we are doing all of the work. We're managing the entire process. We're managing all the corporations. All you sit back and you just collect on your shares. So I'm sure you're saying all that's great, but how can we trust you to make sure that everything is in line and that you're doing everything that you say you're going to do? This is where transparency, integrity, and just doing the right thing comes into play, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Each partner will receive a copy of all annual financials professionally prepared by our accountant. These will be the same financials that the United States government will be receiving for tax purposes. So 100% transparency will be provided to you, so there's never any question in your mind that you're receiving what you're legally and rightfully owed based on our agreement with you. So let me just give you a couple simple financial projections, and if you want to take a deeper dive into this, go ahead and watch our financial projections and model video here on this page. Now remember, every $100 you lend toward this campaign will be paid back double in 120 days guaranteed. And then every $100 you lend also earns you 0.2% of the ongoing annual net profits of the corporation you are partnering with us on, which has the real potential of being worth upwards of $2,500 or more by the end of the first year and upwards of $34,000 or more by the end of the second year. What I want you to do is think of how much future revenue you could build up for yourself and your family with multiple $100 loans and multiple shares. So here's why you want multiple shares. A $500 loan is going to get you 5 shares, and you're going to receive $1,000 back in 120 days guaranteed. So this is potentially worth $12,500 within the first year and $170,000 by the end of year 2. A $1,000 loan will get you 10 shares. You're going to receive $2,000 back in 120 days guaranteed, and it's potentially worth $25,000 within the first year and $340,000 by the end of year 2. If those numbers aren't exciting to you, then I don't know what is. Let's continue. A $5,000 loan will get you 50 shares. You're going to receive $10,000 back in 120 days guaranteed, and it's going to be potentially worth $125,000 within your first year. And get this, $1.7 million by the end of year 2. Wow. And then a $10,000 loan will get you 100 shares. You're going to receive $20,000 back in 120 days. It's potentially worth $250,000 within 1 year and $3.4 million by the end of year 2. So I can't encourage you enough. If you have $5,000 or $10,000 and you've been trying to figure out what to do with it, well, I don't think I need to tell you, but this is the place for you. And then if you decide you want to fund an entire campaign yourself with a $20,000 loan, you're going to get all 200 shares of that campaign. You're going to receive $40,000 back in 120 days guaranteed, and it's going to be potentially worth $500,000 within the first year and $6.8 million by the end of year 2. Now let me stop here for a second, pull back the hype, because I realize these are incredibly astronomical numbers. They're mind-blowing numbers. Because putting in $20,000 in something, receiving double your money back in 120 days is unbelievable in and of itself. But the fact that you can turn that $20,000 into $500,000 within your first year and $6.8 million by the end of year 2, there should be nothing else that you're looking at putting your money into but this. So I encourage you to check out our financial projections video so that my business partner George can break down how these numbers are 100% possible, probable, and predictable. So that's it, my friends. Here are your next steps. Step 1, go ahead and create your free New You financial account. Create your free account, receive access to our step-by-step instructions on how to complete your loan to fund this campaign. And then step 2, you're going to complete your loan and lock in your positions. Once you've created your account with New You Financial, you will then be able to participate as a corporate funding partner. So just follow the simple instructions you will find in your members area. And then step 3, go ahead and share this presentation with others. And why you want to do that is because you're going to earn a $30 finder's fee for every $100 one of your personal referrals loans us to fund a campaign. You can position yourself to earn thousands more in commissions as you build your New You financial team. So we encourage you to create your free account to immediately access your referral link in your members area and start earning those $30 finder fees today. And you don't have to pay anything to promote this offer. Since this is the holiday season and we've got Christmas coming up, I want to encourage each of you to give the gift of abundance for the holidays. So if you know someone or multiple people in your life who would receive massive value from this opportunity, but you can't afford it, then you can loan us $100 or more on their behalf and give them all the blessings and benefits of this offer that we just went over. So create your account to receive further instructions on how to gift to others. In closing, I can't encourage you enough to take action and prepare to finally make this new year the best year ever. How many times are you going to say, this is going to be the best year ever? If you're tired of saying this is the year, year after year, and continually not experiencing the best year ever, then lock arms with us. Do something different. See, the only way to do things differently this year is to create new experiences, learn new things, and step into new opportunities. The last thing I want to encourage you to do as you move into this new year, make this the last business opportunity video you will ever watch. If you're tired of watching these videos, if you're tired of seeking for opportunity, it's time to jump in and let us do what we do and help make you incredibly successful. We welcome you to New You Financial. Go ahead and create your free account right now. Receive further instructions on completing your loan and locking in your shares. Be sure to share this video with others and earn as many $30 finder's fees as you can. And just a reminder and a note that once this campaign has been funded, we will open a new campaign. So if you want to loan us more than what is showing available, please create your account and then get in touch with us so we can get you further instructions on how to complete larger loan transactions. I thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to co-creating a joyously abundant life with you as we lock arms together and do things differently than we ever have before. Let's go.